Kong bows to no one.
Godzilla vs. Kong, the movie event you've all been waiting for. The fearsome Godzilla and the mighty Kong face off against each other, with humanity caught in the balance. I first want to say I'm very happy. I'm happy because I saw this movie in theaters, and it was tough to get a ticket to this thing. I was so happy to see that. My friends were like, why are you so happy? We can't get tickets to Kong vs. Godzilla or Godzilla vs. Kong. We've got to go at this later time. I'm like, yes! Movie theaters are being saved. Theaters were first destroyed by Trolls World Tour, and who knows? Godzilla vs. Kong has come to bring us hope. But in all honesty, I did want to see this film in theaters, even though I don't know much about Godzilla or Kong, and I haven't been the biggest fan of these MonsterVerse movies that have come out in recent years. But when the movie title is literally Godzilla vs. Kong, you have to see that on the big screen. It's about making an event. It's about the spectacle. It's about seeing all the destruction. It's about seeing all the action on the big screen. And that's the first compliment I can give this movie. The production here, the scale, the scope is incredible. When Kong and Godzilla throw down, it is exciting to watch. It is great to look at. I've got to give the production team so much credit because, like I said before, it is so big in scale and size, and it was probably such a logistical nightmare to get this all figured out, but they pulled it off. Those sequences are a lot of fun to watch. I went in this movie not expecting too much. I told my friends I wanted as much crazy nonsense in this movie as possible, and there is a lot of nonsense in this movie, and I'm not even docking points. I thought it was great. I'm happy that the filmmakers embraced how crazy this movie actually is. I think if you try and make this film too serious, you're going to lose a lot of people. Another thing they did well in this film that they haven't done before in these MonsterVerse movies that they finally got right is they really pushed those human characters off to the side. Yes, there's a little bit of development and there's some backstory, but it is not the point of this film, and the filmmakers know that, and I'm so happy they finally realized that. People go to these movies to see Godzilla vs. Kong, to see these monsters just destroy shit and destroy each other. They don't give a fuck about the human characters, and the writers and the filmmakers finally realized that with this film. Like I said before, there are human characters in this film, but they are nowhere near the main focus of this film. They're like the third focus of this film, and I'm so happy they did that. Like, honestly, the main focus of this film is Kong. He's the main character, and then Godzilla is the supporting character, but Kong is the main character, and they just have these human characters around so that we can get Kong to point A to point B, or Godzilla to point A to point B. They're just there as basically plot devices, and for a movie like this, it really works. You just heard me raving about this film, and you're probably like, oh my god, Dave thinks Kong vs. Godzilla is this masterpiece. No, I was actually somewhat disappointed with this film. I'm happy they made Kong and Godzilla the main focus of this film, and I'm really happy that they put in as much ridiculous shit in this film as they possibly could. I really enjoyed that. But overall, I was still pretty bored in this film. There are so many things that happen in the first and second act that happen so fast, and let's be honest, they're just there so that we can set up the big fight at the end. But you would think when things are happening that fast, that this movie would move along pretty fast. But it doesn't. This movie drags for most of the runtime. I was pretty bored with most of this film. The only time I was really excited during this film is honestly when Kong and Godzilla are fighting. When they fight on the ship, you've seen that in the trailer. And then when they finally fight in Hong Kong, you see that in the trailer. Those are really the only exciting parts of this film. And I will say the last 20 minutes, like the last act, is really exciting. It is a lot of fun to watch, and that's why you go see a film like this. But I think people are going to be disappointed because there wasn't as much action as I thought there was going to be. And this movie did drag. And I swear with this review, I am not looking into the deeper meanings of this film. There's a lot of things that happen in here that make no fucking sense whatsoever. But weirdly, it was very welcoming. I thought for a second, I'm like, wait, that doesn't... Wait, Dave, shut the fuck up. It is Godzilla versus Kong. Turn your brain off and watch them just fucking beat the shit out of each other. In the end, though, Godzilla versus Kong does a lot of things right. I think that the spectacle and the scale and the production, the special effects All that was great. It was exciting to see these two monsters just fucking beat the shit out of each other. There's a lot of ridiculous shit that's just thrown in this film that I was very happy about, and I was also very happy to see that they pushed all the human characters to the side and they focused on Kong and Godzilla. But unfortunately, as a whole, this film is pretty boring and it does drag. There's not as much action as you would think. And a lot of the plot is just to get Kong and Godzilla to fight each other at the end. But, like I said, I saw this in theaters. It seemed like people were having a lot of fun. And I will say the last 20 minutes, the last act of this film, was a lot of fun. I'll give Godzilla vs. Kong 6.5 Davy Daves. I wonder what the MonsterVerse is going to do next, because I have no idea. I know nothing about the lore of Godzilla or Kong, so there's probably some Easter eggs in this film that will get people excited and things of that nature. And people who know a lot about Godzilla and Kong probably know where they're going to go next with this. But as just a casual fan that knows a little bit, I have no idea where they're going to go next. This could have been the finale, and I'd be fine with it, to be completely honest. So, Godzilla vs. Kong. It's on HBO Max. It's also in theaters. So let me know what you guys thought once you've seen it. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Davey Dave's Takes.